Hmm. Hi, everybody. I'm so happy to see you.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. So we're going to just allow the next few moments to let people trickle in. And I'm rather touched and honored that 24 hours ago I said, hey, let's do this thing, and so many of you are showing up today and had said that you want to show up next week and the week after. So imagine all of us gathering together each week from all the way around the world and what we can do together. So let me get my screen share on. I threw together a little slideshow this morning. I could.
Oh, beautiful.
As you read when I put this out to all of you, I was flying back from Egypt before the borders closed, after our trips were put on hold for a while. And I just kept thinking about all the people I know everywhere, right? Not just here in my little town of Eugene, Oregon, but the state of Oregon and the country of the United States, and in all the countries that all the people I've met in my life come from. And then I felt this deep obligation to offer an avenue to allow us to come together. I want to make it really clear that though I've called us here together, that this isn't about me, it's about us, and it's about our collective prayer and what we can do with that, if nothing more than to still our own hearts and to find peace there so that we can radiate that peace out to our families and our communities in this time of so much fear. Let's honor the fear and offer it our love. So that is kind of what I was seeing, right? And so thank you for playing with me and praying with me in whatever way you choose to express your devotion to this world, to the divine, to each other, to nature. I want to just start. This is something that I wrote for the Gifts of Ma'at, which is some work that some of you know that I do. And I just want this to be our container as we move forward. And so I'm just going to read it to you. In gratitude of the directions, the east, south, west, north, above, below, and center, we are honored with this opportunity to co-create in this place. In gratitude of the elements, air, fire, water, earth, akasha, we are honored with the building blocks that provide foundation. In honor, in gratitude of time, past, present, and future, we are honored by the ancestors, the now, and the descendants. In gratitude of the makers, Mother, Father, God in all the names, we are honored with this opportunity to experience the gift of life. In gratitude of the guides, the teachers, divinity, nature, archetypes, allies, we are honored with the wisdom, understanding, and opportunities. In gratitude of ourselves, heart, mind, body, soul, we are honored with the chance to serve the highest good of all. As I was thinking about what this could look like, and again, this is just thoughts, and I want to hear from any of you if you have ideas of what need to be here. But I want this to be a safe space for all traditions, all faiths, all religions, all people who are seeking a connection through the sharing of prayer. I want this to be a space where we can all arrive on a shared foundation built upon our collective, diverse, multicultural, beautiful prayers. I'd like to see this being a space where we leave our stories behind and engage in really deep listening to the prayers that we each hold. I see this as a space of non-judgment, cooperation, and global community. And I would like to record our weekly gatherings and post it so that others who aren't able to be here could benefit from the prayers. But I won't do that unless I have the agreement of everybody who's here. And so I'm wondering if there's anybody who's on the call who has anything they would like to see as an agreement in a global prayer circle. And we can actually right now write it into the document. So go ahead and raise your hand if you would like to add something into these agreements, or if there's something in here that you don't agree to, so that we can hear that too, because there's space for all of us and what we all feel. And if this is looking really good, then we'll move on. And you should each be able to, in your participant control panel, you should be able to, there's a way where you can raise your hand. And there's also a little polling thing. You can do a yes or an X. There's many ways that you can alert us that you want to say something. So. And everybody is okay with me recording this, because it is recording right now, by the way, and being able to share it. Okay. And so if I don't hear from any of you about that, then I'm going to keep the recording going. Yay. Okay, so I don't think there's anything else right now. So there it goes. And if something else comes up, we can always add it in there. Super easy. All right. So this is what I was thinking. And again, it's just an idea. We can raise our hand when you want to offer a prayer, and that we pick a time that we all have. And I have a little bell that I can keep track so that we all have equal opportunity to share whatever it is in our hearts. That we say our first name when it's our turn to offer our prayer, and where we are on the planet, so that we can biolocate where we are. Okay. I would love to hear your prayers in your own language, because it's not the words themselves that are important, but the meaning of the heart and what's expressed through that, and to hear others' prayers from their own faiths in the way that it's meant to come through for them is a gift. So not a requirement, but I would love to encourage that. And then a bell when it closes. So I'm wondering if that looks good to all of you, and if you have any suggestions or alterations to that you would like to see. And go ahead and raise your hand if you have a comment. I'm seeing there's chat going on. Let me get my chat open. Hold on. There we are. So there's also a chat box for those of you who want to keep up with that. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Wonderful. A little kind of disclaimer. I am at my blueberry farm in Eugene, Oregon, and the internet here is sometimes a little bit wonky. So if all of a sudden I start being weird, or if I cut out altogether, we'll take a breath, everyone will just arrive, and I'll be back as soon as I can. It usually doesn't take too long. But know that, and I apologize. And with that, I want to give gratitude to everything it takes and all the people through time that have made this moment possible, that we can collect ourselves together in a global way. I mean, what a colossal effort humanity has made over these many years, and even right now, so that we can do this as we're all in our own homes across the world. Okay, so this seems like a general format that sounds good to you. Let's see, how many of us are here right now? I am not even sure.
37.
37 of us. Wow. Okay. So I was thinking maybe like 2 minutes that I would ring a bell, and that would give you the, like, if you're done before 2 minutes, fine, but 2 minutes, and then you can then bring your prayer to a completion. Does 2 minutes sound good to all of you? And if someone's
sounds great.
really going, then, you know. Okay.
Sarah, did you want me to allow people to unmute themselves then? So then we do popcorn style shares, or do you want a hands up?
I think that we should do a hands up so that we, because of the internet potential instability, especially given that how many people right now are on their devices across
Perfect.
the entire globe, I think it's better if you raise your hand, or there's a little yes button. You can put the yes, and we'll take that to mean that you want to say something. And I see, Darrell, that you've put your yes button up. So, and then we'll unmute you. Colleen and I will unmute you. And by the way, Colleen, thank you. I reached out to Colleen this morning. I was like, I haven't done a Zoom call with more than, 25 people. Is there any tips? And she offered to come and help me with the back end stuff. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're so very, very welcome. It's an honor to be here. And I did want to say, just because I see we have a lot of people on the telephone too, so to make sure how they know how to raise their hand is to press *9 on their phone keypad. And then you would raise your hand. So if you're on the telephone, that's how you raise your hand. And otherwise, if you're on your Zoom, what you would do is you could write it in if you like, right on the chat. If you're on a mobile device, you have to tap the screen in order to see the option of raise hand. And then if you're on your computer, it's at the bottom of the participant panel. And I'm going to, put the directions again in the chat.
Thank you so much for that.
Okay.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. I'm going to put a 2 there, 2 minutes to 2-ish minutes. 2-ish. Okay. So I think that's it. I think that now we have an opportunity to share our prayer from wherever we are and however we do it. And that all of us who are receiving the prayer along with whoever is sharing the prayer, just really empty their minds and open their hearts to hold that prayer with the giver. So that then we amplify that prayer to the whole world, and all that's going on right now, all the uncertainty, all the unknowns, all the fear, all the sickness, all the health, all of it. So I think that's it. I think that's enough for me at the moment. So I think what I'll do is I'm making this up as we go along. It's kind of an improv kind of situation. So thank you for your patience. Let's drop into a heart breath, and I'll guide us to some degree. Many of you know this. Heart breath comes from Nikki Scully and the work that she does in the world. Thank you, Nikki. And then once we're done with the heart breath, if you have your prayer, raise your hand whenever the prayer comes. And silence is also a prayer. But let's not leave too much silence, because this is an opportunity to share. Okay? Okay. So just find yourself where you are, in your room, in your home, maybe in an office. And take a deep breath into your heart. And notice the heat, the flame, the warmth that courses through you from that heart center, that warms you, that animates you, that spreads your love throughout your body and into the action you give in the world. And as you take a deep breath into that heart center, you begin to send all your love through your body, through the cells, to the molecules, to the spaces in between. And as that love courses through your veins, through your being, you are enlightened and present. And in the presence of right now, you notice the seat that you're sitting on, and that it's anchored to a floor of a building that has a foundation on the earth itself. And you bring your awareness down through the layers of that earth and notice the rocks and the insects and the roots as you sink your awareness down through the crust to the mantle to the very heart of the earth itself. And as you take a deep breath in, you draw all the love and wisdom of our planet, of our earth, of this precious biosphere up through your base into your heart center, where it mixes and mingles with your own love. And perhaps you find yourself even more present than you were before. And in that presence, you notice the air around you, the walls that contain you, the sky above you, whether day or night, sunshine and stars or clouds. And just bring your awareness up and notice your community. Notice your country. Notice this precious globe, this sphere, blue-green with white fluffy clouds, moving around our star in a shared rotation with all the other planets. And you bring your awareness out further still, and you see that our solar system is embedded within that galaxy, this major, amazing galaxy that is one of countless others within this cosmos. Within the body of God. And from the very heart of this cosmos, you draw down that vastness, that intelligence, that love through your crown into your heart center. Where it connects and mingles and mixes with your love and the love and wisdom of the earth. Bringing you completely and fully present in this time, in this place. This time of a great pause, this time of great opportunity. And I send out my prayer in this time that we all remember who we are and why we're here, so that we can spread our love and our light to each other and to all the life systems that we depend upon on this planet. And I invite us all in this prayer, in this time, in this knowing of the great changes that are all around us, to feel what we feel and not be afraid of those feelings. But know that within all the myriad of emotions that are coursing through each of us at any given moment, that we are strong and we can ride this wave with grace and regeneration, creating a new Eden on this beautiful planet we get to share. And so with that, I open it up to all of you. What is your prayer? What do you bring to this moment? What do you want to share with the world? So I'm going to close my mouth and open my ears. And when you're ready, raise your hand and we'll unmute you. Go ahead, phone number ending 0309. Please say your
Good
name.
morning, it's
where you-
Audrey. Good morning, it's Audrey. In this beauty and in the world, call forward the angels, the divine ones, Mother Grace. We ask that the divine Mother Earth listen to us. We ask that the guides and guardians, angels, God, hear us. Any way that we believe that we pray, we ask that we pray. Ask that we hear the prayer of peace. We ask that we hear the prayer for grace more this day. We ask that we hear the prayer of loving and light. We bring ourselves forward to be the best that we can be as individual selves, taking care of ourselves so that we then can take care of others. We ask for the care and the grace and the divine heart opening so that we can again share the space with each and every person of this planet and know that one is you and you are one, and that all are the all of the universe. In this knowledge, we listen again to the birds. We smell the cleaner air. We hear the breathing and the chatter of our neighbors in a different way. We're watching the blooming begin to happen of the planet as it renews itself. We bring forward this grace that happens every spring so that we may know that there is love. We may know that there is light. We may know that there is hope. We may know that there is a time to take a deep breath and to allow grace to resume itself in our lives. Because if this is not the time, there will not be another. There will not be another like this for us for a very long time. So enjoy this as well as be vigilant. Enjoy this as well as take care of yourself. Enjoy this as well in the way that the divine would have you sit in your garden, enjoy the sun, smell the flowers, open your heart, know the divine, know the ways of loving, know the ways of light, and know the ways of grace. And so it is. Aho.
And I think that after everybody has a moment, let's just breathe a few breaths to allow that to sink in. Right, who's next? Who would like to offer a prayer? Go ahead, Anita.
A little differently, and that was beautiful, by the way. Oddly, this morning, when I was writing my to-do list for the day, I'm not sure where these words came from. Inspired, of course. And I added to my list, work with me. Then I wrote, where did I go to hide? And it struck me very strangely because it was a realization. I feel like I've been hiding in fear, the big word fear. And then I was reminded, this is the year 2020. Hindsight has been a key word with me, looking back, what was, what could have been. And I asked Spirit to show me why. And finally this morning, it occurred to me, this is a year 2020, hindsight and foresight. And I don't have words of a prayer as such, but I think that our prayer should be in not looking back in negativity, looking back in understanding and asking our individual gods and spirits and guides to show us what we miss perhaps, what did we pass by without realizing, what did we do to our world, our friends, not, again, not in negativity, but in understanding and in truth, and then take that truth forward, look forward, so that this year has a positive outcome. And other, I'm inspired to say I feel that our prayer circle is going to do so much more than we'll ever know in, hearts, other than our hearts, I should say. So my prayer today is just in asking that Spirit show us each what our hindsight needs to understand, find the truth in it, and then be able to carry it forward, correct whatever it needs to be, and then begin looking forward and come out of hiding. Was my lesson today, and I want to share that as my prayer for everyone to no longer hide from themselves, the fear, whatever it is, and turn the energy around to love and using love against this new enemy, if you will, if such. And that's my prayer for today. Thank you.
Tara, I see your hand is up and you are unmuted now. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Tara, and I am from South Padre Island, the tip of Texas and Mexico. And first, I want to thank Anita. I think that was key. My prayer is that every day, in every way, that we all get better and better. I also pray that all of us that are on this call are little lights in our country and throughout the world that will be a guide. And it starts with one light, and then it transpires to the whole planet. So exactly. And so my prayer is that we live unafraid and are lights to a world that feels very afraid right now. Thank you.
Right. Darrell, I see your hand is up. Go ahead. You are unmuted. Oh, nope. Unmute. There we go. Oh.
There.
There. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to speak. And hello to all of you around the world. I'm following up on what's being said. I'm just being led to say that I feel like the coronavirus, and this is after much meditation, I feel like the coronavirus is seeking the light, and in so doing is requiring much sacrifice. And so, although this may sound very foreign to some of you because we see this virus as the enemy, that rather we honor it and hold it in the light, because I feel like that it's on that journey toward finding its place in the universe where it no longer needs inflammation. And so I just pray that that it knows that soon, and that it no longer needs to require death in order for us to no longer see it as the enemy. Thank you.
Saeed, I see that your hand is up. Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. I'm Saeed Mulatan. I'm from Egypt. Some do know and some doesn't. I live in Luxor, and I came today. I honor everyone have been for this moment because that's actually what we share in the whole our university. We share our prayer for the whole world, and we share the light. And I have been created in an Arabic word, and I want to start with it, and then I will try to translate it. And my prayer have been, Bismillah, اللهم إنا نسألك أن تعفو عنا وأن ترفع عنا هذا البلاء وأن تجعلنا من القائمين من المحبين من المتصالحين من المتصافحين. إننا ندعو إليك لقوتك وعظمتك أن ترفع عنا هذا البلاء وأن تجعلنا محبين وأن ترزقنا العافية والطمأنينة. اللهم آمين. Of course, if everyone have been following the news, the last few days it have been on shut down all the mosque, and for not only for the Muslim who believe or who are praying, but even for our brother who are Christianity or Jewish or who are with the full respect for the belief and non-belief. The feeling that we hear that we cannot be again standing for a period in times to pray to God, to Allah, and that's what we all to need. But also we have the opportunity that we all together being connected and sharing and over our prayer. And it was the prayer that sharing the light, going to all the people in the whole university who have been passed and dead from the corona, who have been sick, affected with corona, who have been safe and away from the corona. I ask for the light with the powerful, with the grateful, with the beauty and joy. That's the whole protection being for us, for all our universe, for all our planet. And I ask for the love, to share the love and send our love and receive our love and be all together with the love. Maybe that's the moment we have to be fixed with ourselves over our forgiveness for everyone. Maybe that's the time we connect and back to you and ask you to hold us and protect us. Amen.
Thank you, Saeed. Nikki, I see your hand is up.
First of all, Indigo, thank you for putting together this much needed prayer circle. It's both heart-wrenching and heartwarming to hear everyone open their hearts in this way. When I woke up this morning, I was hit by a stroke of fear, and I sat up suddenly and went, "What's that? I don't have any fear." And I realized I was feeling the fear of all the people who find themselves alone right now and don't know how to deal with that. And I'm hoping many of them have found this call to bring them a sense of unity with others. But I would ask those of you on this call, if you know someone who might be alone, please call them. Give them a moment of your time so that they feel less alone in this crisis. Thank you. Oh, great spirit, great mystery. I thank you for this day and this opportunity to share in prayer with others. Us is facing this crisis in our own way and discovering our own strength in this process. May our united, common heart somehow spread the love that we are feeling in this moment throughout the planet to help others who may not have this opportunity. And mostly I'm in tune with everyone else's prayer and the love that we're all sending out. But I did want to add that piece because I felt it so urgently this morning. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikki. Kalita, go ahead. You're unmuted.
May we all take a breath into our hearts and feel our heart flames connect around in a circle. Feel a larger fire in the midst of us and surrounding us and connected to us, all those in prayer throughout the day, the different circles, the different individuals, all around the planet in prayer. May we all call our allies, our spirit animals, our unseen ones, the angels, the ancestors, to surround us and support us and help us connect. May all the sacred sites that at this point have very few people in them, that are at rest and quiet for a moment. No tourists, no cameras. May their energies be strengthened in this time. And may they continue, may we be able to continue to connect to them and speak to them and they to us through the cosmos. And may we reach out even further, feel the mycelium under our feet that connects us all throughout this planet, going deep within Mama Earth and loving her, letting her rest, letting the waters rest, letting the sky clear. May we see the web around our planet being repaired and beginning to strengthen the web of life. May we find our place in that web of life, our correct way of living, our correct way of being, our part in the web of life. And may it be rewoven. And may each cross point have a pearl. I remember this from something you gave me, Nikki, years ago. A pearl that lights up. May we see these pearls all light up all over the planet surrounding our Earth, calling out to the cosmos to assist us in our awakening and reliving in a new way of thinking, a new way of being, a new way of praying. Blessed be.
Thank you, Kalida. So a phone number ending 0055. You're unmuted. Phone number 0055. I don't know who you are out there.
Yeah, area code 707.
Uh-huh.
That's you. We can't hear you. You are unmuted.
Hello,
Hi.
this is John. Hello, I am in Forestville, California, and I am sending love from my heart right now to each and every one of you here, because collectively we strengthen this prayer. And I am amidst the sacred redwoods on the property that I get to steward, the 3 acres which I and my husband get to steward. In this moment, I do a prayer of gratitude for the air that I breathe, the sights that I see, and the sounds that I hear. I am, I love, and all is well. This is a prayer of gratitude for the peace which showers over the planet from the Star Nation. This is a prayer of gratitude for the conscious human beings that are gathered here in this moment, who will continue to feel the presence of the divine in each and every one of us and strengthen this throughout this world, this planet, this cosmos. I affirm and give thanks for my daughter, for my husband, for my 2 canines, for my family, for my spiritual family, for my body, the temple it is, which allows me to experience this beautiful unfolding of what I choose to call life. I'm grateful that I have this moment in time where I am breathing in peace and love and sending it out through my tears, through my voice, to each and every one here and throughout this world and beyond to the cosmos. I give thanks, I give thanks, I give thanks.
Thank you, John. Who else would like to offer their prayer?
I would.
Go ahead.
I'm raising my hand. um, I would like to pray that the power of love prevail. And that we, all of us, lead with our heart. Be present in our heart. Make decisions from our heart. Take actions from our heart. And may all beings be open to receive all that has been missing in their own heart, that is connected to the heavens. And may heaven on earth become more and more our truth of now. Thank you.
Thank you. Who else would like to offer their prayer? Go ahead, Nikki.
I would like to speak directly to this virus, if I may. Since we've named you and we call you coronavirus, I hope that what is in my heart can reach you, that that you hear my plea and the plea of all of us gathered, that you retreat, that you somehow feel the love that we're sending that reaches you through every person that we're praying for, and that you will feel the love sufficiently that you can retreat to wherever it is you came from, and that the people that you leave are left unscathed, unscarred, whole and healthy as they rebound quickly. We don't fully understand why you've come to us with such force, but we hope that somehow you can respond to love, and that you will feel complete and fare well. Thank you.
Nicole, go ahead.
Thank you. And so here in southwestern Ontario in Canada, I pray that we all reconnect to our hearts and listen and speak and act from a heart place. And may we all hear what the earth is showing and telling us. And may every being open to hearing and receiving the truth with a capital T of what is. And may we all have the courage and support needed to make the changes in our lives that will create a sustainable future for every creature and being on this planet that shares this planet with love, with compassion, and with respect. And may the seeds of all of the intention and prayers that we have shared here today gestate in the love and the power that we're collectively holding together. And may it sprout and thrive in right timing and in right action. That is my prayer. Thank you.
Thank you. Who else has a prayer to offer? There are a lot of you on this call right now that we haven't heard from yet. No pressure, but I'd love to hear from you. And if you don't know how to do your little hand raise thing, you can always just unmute yourself. Go ahead, Linda.
I want to put out a special soothing comfort to all those families with children of all ages that are so worried, so in anxiety, cooped up, overwhelmed with the demands of mother and fatherhood anyway, and now they've got to cope with this. I'm really concerned about their emotional and mental well-being, and I feel blessed that I'm able to have a retreat space. I have the luxury. So I just want to put out a very special, heartfelt concern for all those that are suffering from extreme anxiety. I'm really concerned about the mental health of people. And I appreciate all the prayers on this call. I particularly, it was just really special to hear the Egyptian prayer. It's always so special to hear prayers in another language that I can feel. And I also pray that we have the understanding and that we're quick learners so this thing doesn't have to take a greater and greater toll. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. Oh.
Thank you, Linda. Who else has a prayer to offer? So, if we found ourselves coming to our natural completion for today, which it feels to be so, but I'm going to talk slow in case anyone else has something to share. In the meanwhile, I want you to know that I made a Facebook group for the prayer circle, and I put the link here. You can find it by going to Kemanu Wisdom Center, which is, you can find it through me, Saha Indigo Ronlove. Anyway, you can find it on Facebook. And I also made a map. Those of you who are in my Ma'at class know how cool this is, that we can put where each of us are on the globe and see us, right? All around the world, representing all the prayers that we're putting into the field. So I set the map to edit, which means that you should be able to go in there and click your location. Don't put your actual like address, street location, but like your town or your country or somewhere in that vicinity, so that we can see where we all are. It's a really beautiful visual that way. So that's there as well. I'm going to put this slideshow up onto the Facebook page, that group, the Global Prayer Circle group, and I'm going to put the recording up there as well. So that's where you'll be able to find it. And if you have any trouble finding it, you can find me because I found you. So somehow we're connected, and I can help you find it. So I just want to give it one more moment. If there's any last words of prayer that anyone that's here wants to put into the field. Go ahead, Martha Lee.
I offer prayers from the deep south and from the lost people here who are confused and trying to hunker down. And so I offer prayers of calm and healing from those who feel disconnected from the source, and allow us all to come together with our heart breath and know that the divine is love and we are all together, and calm our fears and know that the world is coming to pause for a moment so we can reflect. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Anyone else? Go ahead, Eric. You're unmuted, Eric. Hello, Eric. We cannot hear you.
Oh, he's joined on a different,
See that?
but he doesn't have audio on that one, so that's not going to work.
There's two of you
Eleven.
here.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll write to him.
yeah, thank you. So Eric, maybe put your words into the chat box and we can read them out for you. While we're waiting for Eric, anybody else? Go ahead, Brandolyn.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, great. My prayer is for our community to come together with love and compassion, to learn how to work together. I pray that we can walk gently in the world, treating each other with respect, love, kindness, and setting the example for others that may not be in the same place. I think this is really important right now, walking out into our communities when we do have to participate or are able to participate with our community in a physical way. I think it's really important to hold that bar high, to set the example and be the example of love and calm in the storm. It helps others to feel safe during uncertain times. I pray for all of our communities and families that they can come together and find the resources they need, the support that they need, and that we can all learn to be there for each other. I pray that we all are working out of our hearts in all actions, thoughts, prayers, and that our leaders will do the same. And I'm grateful for this community, and I'm grateful to be a part of it. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for being here. Anybody else? So Eric writes, "O great Mother, Father, God, please extend your mercy to us all. Help us banish our fears and reach out to one another in love. May your aspect of being the comforter come to each person who needs comforting. May healing come to those who need it and the earth. Thank you for this prayer group." Thank you, Eric. Right, anybody else? Go ahead, Nikki.
I just want to thank you and thank Colleen for showing up and for providing this opportunity for all of us. And I hope, I think you are going to continue to do this. And I hope it's okay for me to invite everybody to please tell their friends to become part of this, because the more there are, the more power of our prayers to reach out into the world at a time when they are so most needed. Thank you.
I had this image, you know, I'm sure many of you have seen the corona maps that show the various spots and how big or small or what that is. Like, what if our map that I just put the link for in the chat area got so lit up with us making prayers and being a part of this that like we couldn't even see the continents anymore because there's so many pins all over the map. That would be pretty cool. Coughing into elbow or into a tissue is an important health safety announcement. I'm so grateful for all of you. And I think to end today, I just want to take a breath with each other, knowing and trusting and have absolutely complete faith that we are all right where we need to be if we only allow ourselves to settle in and trust. To face the hunger and the desires and the wishes and the whatnots that drive us forward in this crazy human race that we've all been running in. I invite us after this initiation of a call today to gather again and again and again as a global prayer community, right? Place of worship where we can meet together and there is no one reverend or imam or leader leading us, but that each of our prayers are equal within the whole. And we create something out of this amazing time that we're in. And so with that, I think that we come to completion for today. And I'm going to unmute us all, which is going to make it sound a little crazy, but I love hearing us all in the same sound space.
Oh, love to you all.
Thank you. Blessings, everyone.
Love and gratitude to
Love,
heart.
love, love, love.
Everyone.
Everyone.
I'm unmuting David, maybe? Thank you.
So much love.
Hope to see you all next week.
Thank
Sharing
you,
is
Indigo.
powerful. Thank you again, Indigo, for this moment in time and for guiding us all and giving us space to say our heart's desire and our heart's wishes for the world. Thank you.
Thank you.
I love the music we're hearing.
I know.
Right?
Who's doing
Bye,
that?
everybody.
Now, who is making that beautiful music for us?
Mystery. Yay.
Thank you.
Time
you
to
again.
go.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Recording up soon on the Facebook group. Much love. Okay.